I don't know if you guys heard about the security breach that took place in Banana Island a couple of days ago. Now, Banana Island is known to be the most prestigious location in Nigeria, in Lagos. Some people might say Maitama, but Maitama doesn't seem to have the same cachet as Banana Island. When you say Banana Island, people remember straight away, oh, Banana Island, Banana Island is very expensive. So Banana Island, for those who don't know, is an exclusive area in Lagos in Ikoyi. Ikoyi is a choice location for most people in Lagos that can afford it. So it used to be the mainstay of the whites when they lived in Nigeria and when they left, and it was affordable. Senior civil servants and army officials started to buy, and judges started to buy houses in Ikoyi. Usually it would be houses that they either stayed in as an official, and when they were leaving, some of them didn't want to leave those houses, and some of those houses became available via auction, or some of those houses were available for sale from people who their parents had died and they couldn't maintain the house, or they were not in the country, or for whatever reason those houses became available. And Ikoyi has had that same cachet and that exclusivity about it for a very, 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 very long time. Which brings me to the topic of this video, the security breach that happened in Banana Island. So Banana Island has virtually been unbreachable, right? I went there recently, and I kid you not, I had to do about 4 or 5 security checks before I got to the residence that I went to see, the person I went to see, the residence that I was going to. And I remarked when I saw the person I went to see, I said, wow, this is really, really good security. And he said, yes, I like staying here because of that. So to hear yesterday that 8 armed robbers were able to breach a Banana Island residence was shocking to me. And I was like, how did this happen? Now, along that same headline, it was also stated that shortlets will be banned from Banana Island, that there will be no longer be any shortlets in Banana Island. So I was like, bingo, that is how the armed robbers entered. And I read the article and I found out that that's exactly how they entered the residence. So what happened is a group of thieves rented a shortlet. So Banana Island has shortlets within the high-rise buildings and some of the other buildings within Banana for people that come from diaspora, or even people that are home that want to have the Banana Island feel without staying there. So they stayed in this apartment, and from there they were carrying out these nefarious activities. Fortunately, they got caught by the police, and they revealed that they were staying within Banana Island. And immediately, the Banana Island community, the Residents Association, swiftly banned shortlets. So my question is, should shortlets even be allowed in that kind of neighborhood? Because if you look at Banana Island, you compare it to Buckhead in Atlanta, compare it to the West End in London, compare it to Upper Manhattan in the United States, New York, and some certain highbrow areas in Miami, you don't tend to see shortlets. Most of the people that stay there are purely residential. So you either own there or you're renting there. You don't come and go. With shortlets, as you know, somebody can stay for 3 days, somebody can stay for 7 days. You have a high turnover of people. Having a high turnover of people means potential security breaches like what we just saw. So I am happy that they swiftly moved into action. Now, are there going to be consequences? Of course there'll be consequences, because there's some people that actually bought those properties with a view of turning over money through shortlet. Now that business model is completely gone. But it's for the betterment of the people who stay in Banana Island, because their lives have to be secure. Now, this is going to have a ripple effect to other parts of Ikoyi, Parkview and other parts of Ikoyi, Old Ikoyi, New Ikoyi, and estates will start to put signs to say no shortlets, no shortlets. This shortlets business is supposed to be a viable and good business for some people to make quick money is now exposing vulnerabilities such as this. So you can imagine how a thief or a gang of thieves will go in there and say they are staying somewhere on holiday. They pay. At night, they wear their costumes or whatever they wear, and they now go to other people's homes to go and steal in that same neighborhood. Remember, they would have had the sticker or anything, so they would have been moving unfettered within the estate because they've already been cleared. The owner of the house or the owner of the shortlets has already given them the codes, security codes to be able to move around the estate. So if they are moving around the estate, you're not going to expect the security that are there that are going to be checking them to say, do you live here? Because literally the sticker is on the car to show they live there. So they've messed this thing up for people who genuinely have bought, but they've lost their business model. But I like the fact that they didn't even deliberate on this. Maybe it's to do with the exclusivity of the area and the fact that the people that stay there are of elite status. A lot of top people stay in Banana. A lot of affluent people stay in Banana. A lot of connected people presently in government and people out of government stay in Banana Island. So they will not allow one of the safest places in Lagos to be breached like this without consequences. So the consequence was swift and final. I think this ban is going to be final. I think this ban is going to have a ripple effect in Ikoyi, possibly even move to Victoria Island. So for me, this is good. I don't think they should have probably even allowed shortlets there in the first place without serious checks. But how much can you check someone? It's not like in Nigeria, they have like a CRB check to be able to check, if somebody has committed a crime on all of that. And you don't have to have committed a crime before to commit a crime for the first time. So this is good. This is good. The good part is the police were able to catch them. The police in Nigeria don't get a good rap. A lot of the times we abuse them. We say very negative things about them, but the police are trying their best. They're very underfunded, one of the most underfunded institutions in Nigeria. And I think they do a pretty good job. Of course, yeah, we see the memes, we see them, some of them drinking on duty, wearing slippers, their uniform is not great, but the funding, it goes back to the funding. If you look at the way the police is funded and you look at the way the Navy is funded and you look at the way the Air Force is funded, you see that the police is at the bottom of the barrel, especially the junior officers. The senior officers are probably taken care of better. So what do you expect from the Nigeria police? But they did well. And when they do well, you have to give them kudos. You have to give them their flowers. You have to say they've done well. Now, some people might say, they're doing their job. Yes, they're doing their job. But when they don't do their job, you criticize them. So when they do their job, you praise them. And they have done their job to catch these people. And at least it's not like the theft went unchecked, uncaught, and then people are wondering what is going on in Banana Island. Safety is something that we must take extremely serious. If you're new to my channel and you like this kind of content, please give me a great like. Please put your comments down below. And if it resonated with you, kindly subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.